with your cup, you never know when you're going to need it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Wow. Look at this, Alveda. This is amazing. Thank you so much. We are just delighted to be here. I told a friend earlier, Alveda and I like the Tom and Jerry show. If y'all ever watched that cartoon a long time ago, you never know what we're going to say, right, Alveda? But tonight we're just going to tell you a little bit about our book, and then we thought we'd let you ask us questions because we have just forged such an amazing friendship that transcends everything. We have so much in common. We have some things that we don't have in common, but we appreciate our differences. And I just want to tell you a little bit about how the book got started, because so many people want to know, Ginger, how did you write a book with ALVEDA King? And I will tell you that we were invited August the 28th. When was that? 2000. It was right after Trump had been in office about a year, so 2017. We were invited on a panel at Ebenezer Baptist Church to do a conservative talk about,
it feels like it's longer than that, but she's right. That's exactly what it did happen.
About racial reconciliation, the Beloved Community Talks. And then she and I were the only conservative on the panel. And that was the week after Charlottesville, so everybody was very, very, very heated, but they were especially heated towards Alveda because, the King family and, the color of her skin and things like that. And she and I sat next to each other. We were just holding hands, and I'm like, please, Lord, don't let him ask me a question, because she handled her question so beautifully. And my brother said he was watching, too, live stream. He kept saying, dear Lord, please don't let him ask you a question. And they finally did, and it was horrible, and I didn't get out of bed for 2 days, and she didn't get out of bed for a couple of days, and we cried. We became best friends after that. And but they invited me back to speak in January, the Martin Luther King anniversary commemoration, and some other things happened. And that week, I went home and I had a dream, a literal dream in the night, that she and I wrote a book on racial reconciliation. I called her, and now keep in mind, she's written over 30 books, bestsellers, everything. I've never written anything other than a journal, so let me just tell you that. So I called her, and I said, Alveda, I had a dream that we wrote a book on racial reconciliation. And she said, let's do it. Within 5 hours, she had the title of the book, the first chapters outlined, and I absolutely had a meltdown. I'm like, I was just telling you about my dream. I didn't really think we were going to really write a book. So be careful what you say, whatever you dream. Sometimes you might want to keep that in your heart. So I'll let Alveda tell a little bit about the journey.
In that journey, and it's true, when she called about the book, I'm going to tell you some things that actually are not in the book, because they've even happened since then. But even during that time, the night that we were on that panel, we were attacked, and that is in the book a little bit. And they were just saying, how could you support this man? How could you this or that? And literally, I'm sitting in my seat, going down in my seat like this, because it was that virulent. But I couldn't answer that. Neither of us could. Because, we couldn't yell, we couldn't say anything bad, and all of that. Good thing my daughter was out there. I saw her stand up. I said, sit down, sit down. And so I was able to make it through that and talk about the 6 principles of nonviolent reconciliation and how you do it, and I outlined those. And then, Ginger, is that in the book when we got to the Martin Luther King event that January? And they had a sign behind you, Republican?
Yes.
Okay, and so people were literally rolling their eyes at Ginger.
Yeah, and I didn't know. There was a humongous sign behind it. Republican National Committee woman.
Oh. So I'm on TV all the time. That's true, Fox, and Ginger has been on Fox Nation with me on our show, and all of that. But while we were filming that, I'm not going to give real details, and this is not in the book. But this was when things were getting real tense. And it looked like the election wasn't going to do what it needed to do and whatever. Somebody called Ginger and started blaming Ginger and screaming at her. And we had to go on camera and film the show. And Ginger is sitting in the corner. I said, Ginger's okay. Just hold on, Ginger. Hold on, Ginger. So back and forth. When the attacks hit me, she builds me up. When the attacks hit her, I build her up. Now, let me give you a fun one. You won't even believe this, but it really did happen. Ginger and I had to go to a rally. Bishop Warren Jackson was still living there with his wife. And all of a sudden, they tell us to come out on stage, and we're singing background singers. Jay Sekulow is playing. And Ginger and I are leading everybody. And it was wonderful. Everybody was responding. So we're ready, instant and ready.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. And we're ready in season and out of season. This is another thing. I don't think I put this in the book either. But I had, between stress, not paying attention, all of that, I'm 70 years old now. A few years ago, I had gotten over 300 pounds. And I would go to Ginger's shop, all I could do was look at the rags. This wasn't going to happen. There was nothing that I could fit in Ginger's house. So one day, Ginger calls me, "ALVEDA, I have this garment, come and get it." I said, "But Ginger, you know, I have been working on my weight, and I have come down considerably, and I need to come down a lot more." So after the book was done, I was able to get a Ginger Howard solution.
That's right.
And now I have more than one. So those are some of the things that are not in the book. And I'm going to give this back to her today, too, because I keep, oh God, this happened to me today. A very close friend of mine. If I told you her name, you probably know, so I'm not going to tell you. So she called. She sent me an article. And this poor man was feeling like he had to apologize to all the African Americans on the planet for being a racist. So I said, "Oh, precious thing. How can you call that precious? I'm not a racist. I don't want to apologize." And she went on and on. I said, "Baby, Ginger used to be a racist. I used to be a racist. Here's the definition. A racist is a person that believes they belong to a different race. There's one race. Acts 17:26, of one blood, God made all people." So Ginger and I agreed, hey, you're not from the Caucasian or white race, I'm not from the black race. We're from the human race. So we shifted our entire perspective. How crazy is this? I'm colorblind, I don't see. Just skin color. Now Ginger, this dress looks to me like it's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I actually see it. Your hair is blonde, right?
Right.
You have on a red necklace. Oh my God, what color is your skin? I can't see it. What color is it? How crazy is that? So we decided we would celebrate ethnicity. We would see each other. And we would celebrate. And we would pray together and talk. We had to do that all the way through the book. Couple of places in there. We felt it was almost like driving this Daisy on city. Oh my God.
She called me and said, "Ginger, you can't
You
say that."
cannot say that. And then she would say, "But you can't say that either." So, oh boy, did we have a time. But it was so much fun. The last point, Ginger, and then I'm going to give it back to you. I don't know if you want to take questions today or not. But somebody hold the book up. Okay? Amazingly, the cover. We went through several covers.
Yeah, we did.
That book ended up in that red color with us, and we always hanging together like this. That's real. That's not fake. We weren't posing. And sometimes it's like this. So it came out that it looked like it would be a beautiful Christmas present for people. So even the colors, and it's a pretty book. So all of that happened as we were writing the book, and now we're being called over and over. How in the world do we do this? How do we get along? How can you feel like that way? How can you do it? And, oh boy, it's just been a roller coaster ride. So I think we should do some questions, but go ahead.
Yeah, I do. I think we definitely should do some questions, but there's so many neat things about how it all came to be, but